I mean, the context matters too, just because we were coming off back-to-back, and they're a fast-paced team. They run up and down, so for us to get off to a good start was key tonight. Making that many threes and finding spots and then kind of setting the tone was big. 11-point lead after the first quarter. You play from a lead on the road, it helps. So it was some of them were some tough ones. So it was pretty special.
When you hit those first 6 threes, were you thinking about the record at all?
Actually, I wasn't at all until probably the middle of the third quarter. And then I realized obviously they were making some adjustments to slow the pace down a little bit, or my pace down, but Clay wasn't around, so I didn't actually think about it much at all, which is weird.
He would have reminded you?
For sure he would have.
5 and 6 now? What kind of groove do you feel like you guys are hitting?
We talked, I mean, you want to continue to stay in the moment and learn the lessons that have changed for us from a execution standpoint, an energy standpoint, a focus standpoint, to give us some results. Our defense is a little bit better, and you're starting to build an identity on rotating extra, second, third efforts, connecting the game on both ends. We still got to do a little bit better transition defense, but when we do, our half-court defense has been, I don't know what the numbers say, but it's felt like really solid, making it tough on teams, and then you keep them to one shot. And that for us has been the difference. We can score. Haven't had much of a problem with that. It's just the other end of the floor, and we've been doing a lot better job.
All right, thank you.
You guys were overall not very, active with the deadline. I mean, it's something you kind of indicated yesterday you were comfortable with, but now that you're through it, just how are you feeling moving forward with the group?
Yeah, I mean, I've been saying I'm excited about our team. I think we're in a good place. I think we've been through a lot, but really guys have stepped up and they're playing better, and we feel like we have a good mix right now, good rotation, and so I'm excited about what's ahead.
How much do you feel like the last 3 weeks in particular, I think you have the 6th net rating since Draymond came back, how much did that inform the approach that you took?
Yeah, I think that stuff matters, and the numbers are matched by how we feel about things. I think our defense has picked up. I think you can see we're a little bouncier, a little more athletic. We're able to get out and transition off of misses and create some offense, and a lot of guys are playing at a high level now, and that's the key. We've got multiple people who are stepping up and finding rhythm at the same time, and when you do that, you have a good chance to win.
We just spoke with Mike a little bit ago, and he said that Jonathan was virtually untouchable for you guys during this deadline. How integral has J.K. become to this team, really this season, but in particular the past couple of weeks?
Yeah, J.K. is a huge part of this team and our teams, going forward. He's an incredible talent, and what I like is that he is taken some lumps here the first 2.5 years and absolutely broken through this last month. And there's a learning curve in this league, particularly for players who haven't played much coming into the NBA. And it hasn't been easy, but the perseverance that he has shown is paying off, and now you can see that the game is starting to make sense. I thought last night he made 4 or 5 extra passes that he wouldn't have made a few weeks ago. He wouldn't have seen, and now he's feeling it. He's starting to understand the game and where the ball needs to go, when to attack, when not to. So it's really exciting, and I'm really happy for J.K.
Along those lines with him, and then Sam asked about Draymond. I mean, the first really half of the season, the starting lineup was very much in flux. It was almost changing part of its ability, other part of its success. What have you found with this 5-man unit that has led to so much success? Obviously, part of it's Draymond being back and Andrew getting better, but what have you seen with that group?
I think better defense, number one. We're more athletic with this group, this 5-man group, and a better two-way team than what we've been able to put on the floor, before this. And it's taken a lot to get here between injuries, suspensions, guys struggling, whatever. But we're here, and we've got, this second half of the season that we've already started, but, a good chunk of games ahead of us, and our guys are playing with some confidence, and we're excited.
Steve, it's a big homecoming for Trace back in Indiana. Give me your thoughts on him, what he means to the team, what do you see in him and his career arc potentially?
I love Trace. He's a really exciting young prospect. He's a rarity in the NBA, someone who played in college for 4 years, so he comes in much more prepared than most young players these days, and he's been taught the game really well. It's impressive just to watch him. He understands angles. He understands, guarding pick and roll and protecting the basket. And, there's still nuances that he has to improve with, but he comes in with a really good foundational base of basketball. And so we think he's got a bright future with us.
How much of that just period, obviously, where he had to step in while Draymond was suspended, how much did that kind of help him grow? Did you see him grow more playing time and the opportunity he had during that period?
Yeah, I mean, the opportunity is always important for guys in their growth. But as I said, we felt his maturity as soon as we got him. He missed a lot of summer league, but when we got him in training camp, we could see how advanced he was, and we've felt like he was ready to play, and feel like he's going to be a big part of our future. He's not playing much right now, but that's just a sign of where the rotation is. It doesn't have anything to do with our excitement about having him on our roster. Mm-hmm. Yeah, just didn't feel well today, and so we'll go without him, and we'll start BP again.
Steve, what do you think of just the Pacers and Pascal Siakam and what he gives them versus who he was offensively?
Yeah, Pascal is a really dynamic player. He gives them athleticism in their front court on the wing. Someone who can create a shot, get downhill, get fouled. Obviously, he's got championship experience. And I think he adds to what has been a really impressive job by the Pacers, just building their roster, coaching these guys. Rick has done a great job. You feel them when you watch them on tape. They pop. They're playing with great pace, great energy. The ball moves. They've really put together an impressive group, and I think Pascal gives them something that they lacked before, and that's why they were willing to make that deal.
Anything you didn't know about Tyrese Halliburton that you learned after your
I knew he was good, but just getting to know him for 6 weeks and coach him, he's got a joy about him that's infectious, and reminds me a little bit of Steph. There's a beautiful combination of humility and confidence / cockiness, and it's really a great combination. It's something that is important because the guys have faith that he's going to make the right play every time down. They have faith that he's going to lead their team into to victory. And then he's also really humble and just a wonderful person to be around every day. So that combination is pretty powerful, and I think it's helping to fuel the vibe that the Pacers have for sure.
How do you feel like Moses is reacclimating since his return to the rotation this week?
Good to have him back. He missed 10 games, so it always takes a little while to get your feet underneath you. But I was happy to see him get some minutes last night, knock down some shots. He had a great block at the rim, and it's just a matter of continuing forward. And he'll get a little more time tonight with Clay out, and so I'm excited to get him back in the groove.